That's not the Miyagi-Do way.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year, everybody. This is like the second straight live that it's been on a holiday. Last week it was on Christmas. And then today it's on New Year's Day. So Happy New Year, everybody. Can't believe it's 2025. We're already halfway through the 2020s. It'll be 2030 before you know it. Holy crap. But man, did the year fly by. Got Outbreaker. Happy New Year. We got Melissa. Bonsai. Cobra Kai Theaters. Super Podville. That's Underground. Can't believe Cobra Kai ending this year. My resolution is to think about the great moments of the show. Yeah. Stranger Things is ending this year too, as well. What's up, Jahira? Not so long. I've been season 4 because of the anniversary. Yes. Yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of Cobra Kai season 4. And today is the 4-year anniversary of season 3. So man, it's crazy. I know, hear you, my resolution thing is that I've made because of the show. I don't care what anyone says, season 3 was where the show felt the most balanced. Okay, Never Dies 11. Happy New Year, except for the big finale. Yeah. It's gonna be bittersweet. Happy New Year, fan cast. Cobra Kai rapper from 2000s. Finn Dumming. We'll just call you Finn. My fault. I'll just call you Finn. What's up? First stream of 2025. Yes, 2024 flew by pretty fast. I'm not going to lie to you. No worries, Isaiah. How you doing? Happy New Year. But, yeah, so we'll get into the sports stuff first. Get into some couple of the NBA games because I haven't talked about them much. But Wizards beat the Bulls. Surprisingly, Wizards are probably the worst team in the NBA, probably the worst roster in the NBA. But Jordan Poole's been balling out. 6 and 25. Not good. But Levine, 32 points. They've been trying to trade him for a while. And then let's see. Jordan Poole, 30 points. Good game from him. Alex Sarr has been pretty disappointing, but hey, he's got a double-double, 10 rebounds, 11 points. Pistons beat the Magic. Magic don't have their best 2 players, but good win for the Pistons, I guess. There's a really bad injury. Jaden Ivey had to be put on a stretcher. It was really bad. So prayers out to him. Yeah, it's taking forever to load. But let's look at the standings. Raptors are destroying the Nets. But here we look at the East. Cavs in number 1. My team, Celtics, are number 2. Got to get a win streak going because Knicks are right behind us. Magic, 20 and 14. They got Bucks. Some of the Hawks are not in the play-in. Got the Heat, who might trade Jimmy Butler, but we'll see. And then, only those teams are above 500. Pacers, Bulls, Pistons, and then Sixers have been pretty disappointing this year, although they've been hit with injuries. But compared to the West is a freaking war zone. Like, you got Thunder, Grizzlies, Rockets, Mavs, Nuggets, Clippers, Lakers, Timberwolves. Like, Jesus. And Spurs have actually been playing pretty decent. Didn't mean to click that. And then, Pelicans been really bad. 5-28. Not good. But all right, we'll get into Week 18 picks, the final week of the regular season. So we'll start with the Saturday games. We got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. Ravens should beat the absolute dog shit out of them. DTR is just not a good quarterback. Browns have been awful this year. Ravens win. They're going to have their starters out because they're going to want to win the division over the Steelers and secure that 3 seed so they have home field advantage in the wild card. But I got Ravens winning that one. Then we got Bengals versus Steelers. This should be a much better game. The Bengals. Bengals have a lot to fight for. If they win, they still stay alive for the playoffs. So probably go like 34-28, something like that. Then on to Sunday games. Rams, Seahawks. I was going to pick the Rams, but the Rams are playing their backups. So doesn't matter if they lose, they'll still make the playoffs. So I'm going to pick the Seahawks. Say like 24-16, something like that. Then we got a meaningless game, the Niners versus Cardinals. Joshua Dobbs revenge game. Brock Purdy's not playing in this game. But I just don't see the Niners getting swept by the Seahawks, or not the Seahawks, the Cardinals. I just don't see it. But it'll probably be a close game. We got Packers, Bears. Packers own the Bears, as usual. Bears have been awful this year. But I got Packers winning that one. Then we got Cowboys, Commanders. I think the Commanders want to win to avoid playing the Eagles in the wild card. Probably like 26-17 score or something like that. I don't know. Then Buccaneers should beat the absolute crap out of the Saints. Saints are so bad. Win the division, make the playoffs. We got Falcons versus the Panthers. I'll take the Falcons in this one. 34-24. Then we got Eagles, Giants. Saquon's not going for the record. They're resting their starters. I think Giants get one more win, screw up their draft stock even more. Probably be like a 24-20 type game. I don't know. Chargers beat the Raiders, so they get that 5 spot because I think they'd rather play the Texans than the Ravens in the first round. Then I got Chiefs upsetting the Broncos. No Mahomes, no Kelsey. I don't even know who's playing for the Chiefs, but calling it right now. Carson Wentz turns into 2018 Nick Foles. They helped the Bengals get into the playoffs. So I'm going with, and then we got Texans, Titans. I'm going to go the Texans here. I don't even know if they're resting their starters or not, but Titans are pulling out the Oilers jerseys, so that'll be interesting. I'm going Jaguars, Colts. I'm going Jaguars. Frick the Colts. Probably like a 27-24 game. Both defenses are bad. Got Jets, Dolphins. I'm going the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers goes out with one more win and no Tua. Tua's not playing. So probably be like a 27-21 game. Dolphins play terribly in the cold. They don't play well without Tua at all. I know they beat the Browns without Tua, but the Browns suck. So I think the Jets can win that game. Patriots, Bills. Drake May ends the year on a high note. They win 20-17. Josh Allen is going to start, but that's only to keep his starting streak alive. He's going to go to the bench right after that. But I do think Drake May will end the year right with one more home win. And then last but certainly not least, we got Vikings, Lions. I got Vikings stealing the number 1 seed. Going to be like 37-31. But I got Vikings stealing the 1 seed from the Lions. Vikings to the Super Bowl. Let's go. And then look at the draft order. The Titans would get the first pick. Interesting. So the Titans would get the first pick. The Browns would get the second pick. We would have the third pick. Panthers 4, Raiders 5, Giants 6, Bears 7, Jaguars 8, Jets 9 and 10. And this would be the draft order. Okay, interesting. So Raiders and Giants would have to trade up to get their quarterback. But I don't think Titans would trade down. Browns, they might, but we'll see. But both Titans and Browns need a quarterback really badly, and so do the Raiders and Giants. There's a lot of teams that need a quarterback and aren't going to be able to get one because there's not a lot in free agency, and this draft class sucks. But playoffs, I'm very excited. This will be the playoff matchups if I am right, which hopefully I am. Eagles, Packers. I think Packers have a good chance at winning that game. Lions, Rams. I would love to see that because of the trade that happened a while back. Stafford for Goff. And Commanders, Bucks. That would be interesting. Chargers would probably beat the Texans because Texans are so banged up with injuries. Ravens, Steelers. That would be interesting because that's a division rivalry. And then Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow. That would be really fun. But they need the Broncos to lose, and they need the Dolphins to lose for them to get in, which hopefully they do. All right. But Happy New Year. Amanda slapping Crease was my absolute favorite. When you think about it, she was the first LaRusso ever to lay a hand on Crease. Not even Daniel had hit him at that point. Yeah, that's funny. The most highlighted thing Sam did was jumping from building to building. Yeah. Like since season 3, Sam's been pretty disappointing. They really haven't done that much with her, sadly. To help the Celtics get the win on Friday against Timberwolves, need to pick up some form. I think the Timberwolves are going to win that game, though, because they're at home, and we already beat them at our home this year, and it was a close game. Like, every game we play against the Wolves, it's always close, like last year. Like, both our games with them last year went into overtime. Timberwolves won the first one at home, then we won the second one at our home. So I have a feeling the Wolves are going to win that game since they're at their home. They're gonna have the city jerseys out, and I actually like the court that goes with the city jerseys, like the frost type texture with like the cracked ice. Like that's really, really cool. I like their city court. It's really nice. Favorite moment is Daniel versus Johnny in season 4, episode 5. I was not a fan of that, if I'm being honest. Like it was so stupid and pointless, and like they just put that in there to just split them up. Set up Cobra Kai winning. I just wasn't a fan of that. Bonsai badass learning to fly. Yes, exactly. W. Tristan. Carson Wentz is gonna go off. And he got Andy Reid. Carmen Jackson. Happy New Year. My nitpick with Gunther didn't cut the camera when the fight started. Oh my gosh. Happy New Year. Today is season 3. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. What's your favorite Celtics jersey? I think the original green one's the best. Yeah, the green ones are definitely my favorite. The white ones are cool. I do like the alternate black ones. Those are really cool as well. We've had some decent city jerseys over the years as well. But I'd say the green ones are my favorite, if I'm being honest. But my second favorite would probably be the black ones, because the black ones are cool. I really hope that they give Sam some good in this part, because if not, it's a waste of opportunity and a waste of great character with a lot of opportunity. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, since season 3, they really haven't done anything that special with Sam. I know this is a hot take. Cobra Kai Season 6 is bad writing. Noah, aka Cobra Kai Karate, would probably agree with you. I don't think it's a bad season. I just think they're I think they're just out of gas at this point, because the show's gone on for so long, and there's only so much you can do with this type of show. Like you can't just like keep going on and on and on and on. Like, oh, karate tournament, aftermath. Oh, we gotta get ready for another tournament. Like, and this happens, and then da 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 da. Like it just gets too repetitive at a certain point. And yeah. If we're talking about the Chosen One, yeah, I did watch his live. Shout out to him. It was a fun live stream. Which do you think of cover and Cobra Kai ends? You cover the boys. I have covered the boys in the past, and I probably will cover the boys because we still have season 5 left. That doesn't come out until 2026, and we got Gen V season 2. I have no idea when that's coming out. Obviously, that has to come out first, then season 5 of the boys. We got Invincible season 3 in February. That's gonna be fun. I really love that show. First 2 seasons were great. Season 1's probably my favorite. I liked season 2. I thought season 2 was solid. But I think I enjoyed season 1 more. And then we have Peyton's show, School Spirit season 2 to do, which I did watch parties for the first season almost 2 years ago. Those are really fun, so I'll probably do those again. But we'll talk about that show as well. Pretty underrated show. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope part 3 is good. I just hope we get a really good ending, and the main 4 teen characters get good arcs and get good send-offs and good endings and all that. WWE's on Netflix is going to be huge. Yeah. I don't really watch WWE that much. I'm just not like a big wrestling boxing guy. Like I've watched a couple matches like here and there. But I did like that Netflix did the Christmas games for the NFL. I think they should do more NFL games next year. And they should definitely try to broadcast NBA games as well. Like that would be cool. Can't wait for last Fast and Furious movie. They're doing another one. Seriously. I want to address something. I didn't like how someone was trying to impersonate me. That wasn't cool. Yeah, yeah, that kind of thing just gets annoying. Like it's just like really. Is School Spirit's good? I'm thinking about watching it. Yeah, I thought it was really good. The cliffhangers for like each episode in the first season were really well done. I enjoyed the story. I really liked the characters. They had really good. The characters were really good. Peyton's acting was phenomenal. You know, and you know, at the end of each episode, you're like hooked because it just like there are clues that led to a new suspect. Like every episode, like I really liked it, and I like that they did it weekly releases, like weekly episodes. That was really good. So like each week, I was excited for a new episode. So I thought it was really really good. But to think of season 6 as not bad, but not as strong as the other seasons, which is a shame because when you have a show as great as Cobra Kai and you start out stronger, you needed to end it even stronger. Yeah. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. How you end it is more important than ending it, I just hope that the ending is really, really, really good. And they end off on a high note and end off strong, I think part 3 trailer will final week, January. Yeah, either the end of January or like February 1st, something like that. Went on Google searching, and apparently Wolf and Axel and Silver are the villains in season 6. Yeah, I'm not surprised. As much as I love Cobra Kai, it definitely got very cheesy after season 3. Well, it's always been cheesy throughout the show, but that's part of the reason why it's so good. It's a good kind of cheese in a way. I think January 23rd, the trailer might be out. That's a good date. Netflix usually releases trailers like 3 weeks before the show actually comes out. I don't think it will. I think Stranger Things season 5 will be really good. I think the ending will be really good. It's gonna be tough to watch because I think like at least 2 or 3 of our favorite characters are gonna die since it's the last season. So I think Steve or Jonathan might die, unfortunately. But we'll see. Speaking of cheese, remember last night on Cardi's stream when he showed up the pizza and taco sandwiches? Yeah, that was disgusting. Oh my god. Oh, it was so gross. Too, they need to focus on the core four as far as the teens goes, or at the very least, the main three. As much as Tori feels like she's been there since the beginning, really, it's been these three: Sam, Miguel, and Robbie. What's your favorite state in America? Just out of curiosity. I have only been to New York. Well, it's definitely not New York. I had a bad experience in New York. I didn't actually go to New York City, just the state of New York. Um, I haven't been to that many states, to be honest with you. Like obviously, I'm not a maniac. I've never been to like every single state. Um, but favorite state, I'd probably say Vermont because Vermont, like the scenery there is beautiful. Like the trees, the mountains, like it's really really nice up there. I like Florida as well. I've been to Florida a couple times. Beautiful weather there, nice palm trees. Um, Trying to think of where else I've been. Obviously, like I don't live in Massachusetts anymore, um, but taxes in Massachusetts are horrible. I don't think they'll be. Uh, oh, you're talking about Stranger Things? Yeah, yeah. Since season four, they've always been an hour. All 8 episodes of season five, Stranger Things, are movie length because the actor said they're 8 blockbuster movies. Would you ever visit Los Angeles? I would consider it. I would consider it if the Cobra Kai actors are doing like a meet and greet or something. Then I would consider it. And like 5 years into the future, maybe I don't know. Yeah, I know it is a busy city. I honestly believe that the three villains will be Master Kim. Okay. Wolf and Silver. I think Axel will be an anti hero in the first 2 episodes, a beast in the tournament, and then a good guy in the finale. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think Axel's a bad guy. He's just been through abuse and he doesn't really have a social life outside of, competing in karate tournaments. But, I do feel bad for him in a way. As someone who lives in California, San Francisco and San Diego are better places to visit than LA. Cool. California has like the popular cities. Like you guys got San Francisco, San Diego, and Los Angeles. Been to Las Vegas back in 2018. It was very nice. Yeah, Las Vegas is in Nevada. Um, yeah, Las Vegas is a very popular city. New Jersey looks like a good place to visit. I don't hear a lot of good things about New Jersey, if I'm being honest. But yeah, yeah, I would probably avoid New Jersey. To be honest, I'm just not a fan. Speaking of 2018, this year Cobra Kai season 1 is going to be 7 years old. I'll give it to you in a little bit, Melissa. I promise. I got you. Okay, it's 2025. Get a life, dude. I know. He's been doing this since 2023, and we're in 2025. Like, bro, like, like, it's like seriously, like, get a life. Like, holy crap. The Cobra Kai Comic Con is in New Jersey, some place called Whippany in the middle of nowhere. Tickets are $600. What the hell? Yeah, I'm not going to that. Damn, $600. Like, what the actual hell? Any goals this year? Save up money, I guess. Um, to go to like a meet and greet event. But I guess I don't know. I mean, tomato, tomato. Who cares? They're both losers. They both suck. ComCom must have a fucking cold floor if I'm paying $600. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like $600. Like, come on, man. Like, how can anybody afford that? Like, geez. On the ground there. Yeah, exactly. Imagine Axel punching Silver and Wolf. Oh yeah, like Kreese punched Silver. That was funny. Okay, I don't think that's actually him. That's crazy. $600 just for Comic Con itself. Yeah, and plus like you gotta like hotels are expensive too. So like you're in the area, like you have to get a hotel. Like that's expensive too. Like it's just like that's just ridiculous. Like $600. It's not worth it, man. $600 to enter, then the guests are $100 each to meet. Bro, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, bro. Really? Oh my god. Yeah, and they're probably gonna ask they're probably gonna do spin-offs too, because it's fucking Sony. Do you see what that imposter asked Jacob? Yeah, I was like, what the actual fuck? Like, I'm like, stop. Get some help. Like, Jesus. And these people, man. Like, some of y'all are weird. The Chosen One. Never heard of him? He's like the master of context and nuance. He's the guy, you know? He's literally the chosen one, you know? Cobra Kai is not even losing to Psycho Taika because Johnny is going to retake it back and Miguel and Tori wins. Cool prediction. Okay. Stop using his name. Everyone knows that's not, you're not real underground. You're using your own name if you weren't such a pathetic coward that is. Good roast, Melissa. Honestly, I don't really have a lot of faith that Cobra Kai Season 6 will end good. You gotta have faith. Just gotta have faith, my friend. I'm glad Melissa and Jacob knew I don't talk like that. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell just the way they talk. It's like, okay, I know who this is. Have you ever heard of Whitney before, bro? It's some little town in New Jersey. No, I haven't. I watch him, didn't know that was him. Yeah, apparently I'm a Silver hater now. Okay. Everyone loves Silver as the villain, yeah. Do you think season 6 ends with Johnny and Daniel? Yeah, that makes sense because the entire universe started with them, so that makes sense. I agree with that. Yeah, there's a Texas con. I heard that. I heard about that. when I went to big Texas Con meeting up with Cobra Kai, the tickets were like $100 to $200 and VIPs were $500. Jesus. And I don't get why the actors need to get paid that. They already make like millions and millions and millions of dollars for their acting careers. So what do they need like measly $100 for? Like I don't get it. I think Karate Kid 1 is a big FU to fan of the friend. What? I'm confused. Put that loser in timeout for 24 hours. Hopefully that at least helps a little bit. Good job, Melissa. Do you think Dimitri will be better in part 3? Because right now he's so hated. He was given the Karate Kid 3 Daniel treatment. Yeah, now that I think he's kind of off the MIT shit, and like he apologized to EY. I think he'll be fine now. Oh, you meant Legends? Yeah. I'm not a fan of that, but Sony's like, fuck you guys. Seeing Miguel back in the classic Cobra Kai gi will be awesome. I thought it's been so long. Okay. Falcons are literally for broke people to give their money to millionaires. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Did Hawk really need to go back to Mohawk? I mean, I like it, so I'm not complaining. Also, that Coma Dream fight Miguel has one of the best fights. Yeah, that was cool. That was a great opening for season 3. Did Daniel and Johnny say Cobra Kai never dies? I think they're talking about the show, not the dojo. I think Silver will not accept Johnny Cobra Kai enter the tournament. He's going to be really pissed. The show should end where they were. The Karate Kid ended with Johnny and Daniel fighting the All Valley just before there's a winner. It ends. Okay. Do you like the tournament bell? Yeah, I loved it. Thought it was awesome. Silver's gonna be all happy when Miyagi-Do gets eliminated, but when Johnny's Cobra Kai returns, it's over. What the heck? I think Kreese will not have big role in part 3. The premiere for part 3 is going to be big. I think they will have it in LA. Thought I did hear Jacob Bertrand said that they're going to do another red carpet thing for part 3 like they did for part 1. But I don't know. I thought I heard Jacob Bertrand say that somewhere. I mean, I think Kreese will fight Silver one more time. Because their fight got interrupted by Kwan's death. the last time they fought. Do you think part three's opening will be similar to season three's opening? Maybe. Really don't think the Psycho Tiger should continue after the whole brawl. Yeah, it shouldn't, but a teenager died, but it's going to anyway. Imagine the look on Silver's face when he sees all the Miyagi-Do students that were eliminated here again, and Cobra Kai Gi's ready to fight him again. Cobra Kai never dies; they never die. I'm happy Michael Bay doesn't do the Transformers movies anymore. Yeah, I like that they're going in a new direction. I like that they kind of merged like Bayverse and G1 together, like a realistic version of like the G1 stuff. Like I actually like what they're doing with Transformers right now. After this series is over, will you be doing live streams? Yeah, of course. I'll be covering NFL and NBA, and I'll be talking about pop culture stuff. And keep in mind that there could be spinoffs in the future. So we got to cover those too. My idea is that it opens where it left off with Gunther saying cut the feed, then we cut to 2 weeks later with Daniel watching the news about what happened at the Psycho Taika and he's depressed. Yeah, I can see that. No, I'm actually trying to avoid the leaks because I want to be surprised when I watch it. Hey man, I have to go. It's pretty late. Good night and good stream, man. Oh, thank you. Have a good night. James Gunn is remaking the DCEU all over again. I hope DC ends up being good because I want them to whoop Marvel's ass because Disney pisses me off. DCEU is dead. DCU is starting. Yeah, technically it's DCU now. Daniel's gonna have flashbacks of Kwan's death. Bro, I feel bad for him. Yeah, because he tried to stop it, but he didn't get there in time. So glad Sonic 3 beat Mufasa at the box office. Yeah. I heard Mufasa was not good. I heard that movie wasn't very good. Creature Commandos is really a good show. It's on Max. I don't have Max. Do you think the Daniel hate is justified? No, not really. I don't really see why people hate on Daniel. I do think the scene where Daniel is fighting the skeletons is Quan, but it's all yeah, it's probably a nightmare. It's probably a dream sequence. It's probably a nightmare of him fighting the OG Cobras. What sucks is that all Daniel's getting remembered as is Miyagi Glazer. Really? Do you think Chris deserves what happened to him in the season 4 finale? Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did it to himself. He poked the bear. You know. He pissed off Silver, so he had it coming. I also think that Nightmare is going to be episode 11. Oh, so the first episode? Okay. It's not the Miyagi-Do way!
That's not the Miyagi-Do way.
uh... Grace was annoying in season 6. Season 6, I can't stand him, and he's getting mad at Tori, bro. Yeah, he was being a dick to Tori, man. Like, he cared about winning so much, he just stopped giving a damn about Tori, bro. I have to head out. I'm getting a headache. See y'all. Oh, hope you feel better, man. Good night. Cover theaters. Excuse me. Silver was a nice guy. It's Grace's fault. Why Silver's evil again? Yeah, exactly. It's Grace's fault that Silver's back in the first place. Exactly. That is one of the reasons Daniel is despised by the fan base. Even Sensei Kim cares about Tori, and that says a lot. Yeah, like a season ago, she made her break her hand just to prove her loyalty to the dojo. Like, just to punish her for leaving the qualifying rounds and having feelings for Robbie. But like now all of a sudden she's giving her really good advice. Like it's like what? Like remember the scroll from season 4? Yeah, they got to use that at some point. I do want more Sensei Kim and Tori. Yeah, it'll be interesting if they do that. Do you think season 6 isn't written that great? Probably has like the weakest writing out of the other seasons. That's the thing. I didn't think that'd be a problem with 15 episodes, but apparently. So I'm like, if you're just gonna rush it, then what's the point of having 15 episodes? You know. The English translation of the Miyagi scroll is the chosen one will use the Shisha's roar to stop the dragon's heart, but be warned, user may face death. Yeah, I've seen that before. That's really sad when the woman who literally tortured you actually cares more about you than your surrogate grandfather. Oh my gosh. Why even have season 6 in the first place while they can just make a movie wrapping up the series? That's what I said. They've always said for like a long time that they had enough story material for 6 seasons, so I'm kind of surprised that this season's turned out the way it has. Again, not saying it's bad. I don't hate it or anything. It's just not as good as the other seasons. Imagine we got one more brawl at Miyagi-Do Dojo, and I do remember that was originally planned for season 3's finale. Yeah, I want that 100%. Predicting that Chosen will fight Sensei Wolf and use Shisha's roar against Wolf. I actually think they're going to have Johnny fight Wolf because that's where the rivalry's at. They should do season 7 as final season. No, absolutely not. That'd be really bad. That'd be like Walking Dead bad. I don't hate season 6, but it's not the best. Yeah. It could have been better. Could have been better. Perfect example, have season 5 be final season, set a movie for the Psycho Tiger, that'd be perfect. Yeah, if you just change a few things in the season 5 finale, then that could have been the end, you know? Would have been a subtle ending, yeah. Like, it'd just be so sudden. But, yeah. Why would anyone start a rivalry over a piece of steak? Well, it's more than that, because, you know, after that, when they got introduced to the Iron Dragons, Sensei Wolf was talking trash to him, saying like you'll be eliminated by tonight or whatever. And he works for Silver, but I'm gonna go grab a drink, guys. I will be right back. Okay. The fact that Silver wants the Psycho Tiger to keep going just shows he doesn't care about anything. Yeah. Season 6 had so much potential, but sadly won't reach it because of all the forced drama in part 1. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. Season 3 is still the best season. It had everything: story, arcs, action, pacing, etc. Season 5 is my personal favorite. How crazy do you think it would be if Hector shows up the Psycho Type guy? I could see it. I could see it. I think it's possible. Season 6 should have only 10 episodes. That might have been worse, though. I wouldn't be surprised if the Psycho Taika continuing as Silver's doing because he wants to humiliate both Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai. Yeah. I'm gonna head out. Peace. All right. Good night, Fancast. Heard that they're bringing the red mats back for Psycho Taikai. I can imagine a debate between Daryl and Gunther about this. Yeah, that'd be funny. Cardi gonna be mad if Hector shows up. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. For me, the worst part of season 6, the Kenny Lock says, "Oh, don't even get me started on that. That was so stupid." That was ridiculous that they did that. That would be comedy gold. Joe'll be like, nah, man, the blue mats are cooler. um, Gunther says red mats is OG, though. My theory is that after everything happened in part 2, there's might be a scene that it's pouring rain at West Valley after fights return from Barcelona. Okay. What do you think of the theory that part 3 will take place over a year after part 2? I don't see that happening. I think that's a bit ridiculous. Since they're introducing new characters, they should have had a brand new female character in Korean Cobra Kai, not Tori join. Yeah, that's what they should have done instead of just having Tori's mom die and then like having her get upset at everybody and then go back to Cobra Kai. Like her mother's death should have been a motivation for her to do the right thing, not the wrong thing. Like, come on. I actually think part 2 takes place 2 or 3 weeks after, or part 3 takes place 2 or 3 weeks after part 2. Yeah, something like that. Do you think Robbie and Miguel would be friends if they're in Cobra Kai? Oh yeah, absolutely. If Johnny went up to, if Robbie went up to Johnny after he gave Miguel his gi and explained everything that was going on with Shannon, and Robbie joined right there and then, Robbie and Miguel would have been friends the whole show. No doubt about it. That would have worked with my idea of the Psychic Tiger tournament multiple age divisions. I think after both finals matches and Cobra Kai and Iron Dragons will be tied, so they choose to have the Senseis fight to win it all. Johnny versus Wolf, excuse me. Yeah, Iron Dragon's is going to choke that lead, 100%. All right.
Hey, Bonzo. How's it
What's
going?
up? Good.
Good. How was your New Year's?
It was good. How about yours?
It was good. It was really good. What'd you do? Like, I mean, if you don't mind my asking, like, did you have any like party or anything like that?
No, I usually don't go to parties. I usually just stay up until midnight. Usually.
Did you celebrate like with your family?
I think they were asleep when I was
really?
staying up. Yeah.
You didn't do the whole like Happy New Year and drinking champagne and making a whole bunch of noise?
I don't really drink alcohol. It's not really my thing.
I mean, I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't drink alcohol either. I was wondering. I was like, did you see me in the backstage? I was like,
Yeah.
that's why I posted like a comment in the chat. Like, I was like, did you see me in the backstage? Did you know I was back there?
About to head out. You have a great night. Oh, good night, Cobra Kai rapper, and good night, Samantha LaRusso. Please bounce back in season 6, please.
Yeah,
my idea for the Psycho Taika would have been multiple age divisions, under 18, 18 and 19, and 20 plus, maybe an under 15 bracket for Kenny and Anthony. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Okay, I know a lot of people complain about this scene. I just want to point this out. I know a lot of people complain about this scene about Sam saying, when when Dimitri refers to Axel as a monster in that scene, and like Sam says, don't call him a monster. I agree that is cringy. That is really, really cringy. But at the same
just the
time,
way she said it was pretty cringy. But
yeah, no, I agree. No, I definitely agree. But at the same time, though,
maybe it's just the way Mary talks, I guess. I don't know.
But I do at the same time, though, cut her some slack because she says that right after she just witnesses Axel getting repeatedly hit over and over and over again by Wolf. So I do cut her some slack on that because it's like, would any one of us said anything, maybe not exactly the same, but But would any one of us have, after witnessing something like that just a few moments before, have said any differently? I mean, think about that. As much as people complain about that scene, it does show that Sam has really grown and learned from her experience with Tori. Remember that scene where she went to go visit Tori's house?
Yeah.
That scene really does show, like, telling Dimitri, don't judge him, you don't know him. That shows that she really has learned from her experiences with Tori.
What's up, Underground?
What's up?
Hey, what's up? Happy holidays and happy New Year's
Happy New Year.
to you guys.
Would have had Robbie and Tori win the under 18 bracket, Miguel and or Sam win the 18 and 19 bracket. I also would have had no team captains. Aren't they all the same age though? I don't know.
Yeah, they're all the same age, so that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah,
Honestly,
no team captains.
It should have been Robbie and Sam winning the All Valley season 4, and Miguel and Tori winning the Sekai Tekai. That's how it should have been. With the way that they're going.
They
made it seem like they were setting Robbie and Sam up for something bigger than the All Valley.
Yeah, because like Hawk winning the All Valley really hasn't done anything in hindsight. Like, because like they let him do that, but then they just completely shit on his character after that. Like, they have him lose to Kenny in piss poor fashion, and then they have him lose his spot to Dimitri in part 1. They just really haven't done anything special with them.
Yeah. And stay with me on this. They find a way to legalize Tori's win and let Sam for the All Valley, and have Sam win the Sekai Tekai. I mean, they could have done that too.
Yeah. But now, because I just feel like I feel like they're setting up Miguel and Tori because Axel and they already had Zara secure her spot in the finals, and Sam doesn't have as much beef with Zara as Tori does. And Robbie doesn't have as much beef with Axel as Miguel does. So that's why I feel like what they're setting up. Yeah.
Tori's 100% facing Zara on the mat. And I hope she knocks her teeth out.
Yeah.
Like she said. But I could see, though, too, where they do also set up a rivalry between Sam and Zara in part 3 off the mat.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, regarding Axel. What? What'd you say?
I said I can see that.
What'd you say, World? Yeah, regarding Axel. It's just my... I think, for part 3, it'll be sort of like, if they do set up a rivalry between Sam and Zara, it will mirror sort of Daniel and Chosen's rivalry with Silver, respectively.
Yeah.
In season 5.
Once part 3 comes out, the number of fan fictions that will rewrite season 6 going through the roof. Yeah, I know. 2025 will be stacked with movies and TV shows. I don't really know what's coming out in 2025. I have to look up what's coming out. Miguel is older than Robbie. Miguel is 17 in season 3, which took place in the fall of 2018 and Robbie's birthday. is February 4th, 2002. Miguel would have had to have been born sometime in 2001. Really don't know when Miguel's birthday is.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, we know Sam's birthday is in October.
Yeah, October 2002, because Daniel was looking through a photo book and like it said like her first birthday party was her first birthday party was October 2003.
Yeah, yep. Is that the real Jedi, Joey?
I don't know. 1 second.
It's him.
It's
It's
him?
him. Because
It's actually him because it's always a fake one that comes in.
it's him.
Yeah, so yeah, it is. Yeah, it is him.
Yeah, it is.
Because I'm friends with him on Instagram, and he was asking if he could pop in like for a link, if he can just like pop in and say hi. I mean, if you want to, world, it's up to you.
Let's see. Right. Oh, he's live right now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I didn't know he was
playing. I'm playing Fortnite with him.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
I
him.
didn't know he was live.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's him. All right. Yeah, it's actually him. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no worries. We know it's you, JJ. We just wanted to be sure. Because there was this loser earlier that was pretending to be you.
How are you
We're
doing?
we're doing good.
It's really me. I know there's a lot of imposters running on this with me. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make you a moderator so we know it's the actual you. There you go. So
Oh, I mean, Joey says he can end. Joe says he can end his stream, and so we can come on over.
that's okay. You can keep streaming if you want. Sam's birthday is a continuity error. She was born in October. She shouldn't be driving a car in season 1, which took place from August 2017, May 2018. She'd be too young to have a license. I totally get it. I know that imposter's been around for a while. Yeah, it's just annoying, man.
You know what I think? What Robbie's role could be in part 3? Like, it's like what the Chosen One said. We'll see. We're gonna see a reverse. And with Robbie and Miguel in this part, like where it's gonna be where Miguel's gonna feel all the pressure this time. But Robbie's going to give him that push to come out on top, and I think it's going to be like where Miguel gets the win, but Robbie gets the shine. Same way where Robbie got the win in part 2, but Miguel got the shine.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, and I want to see Sam leading now, like being more of a leader, being more of a sensei. They're not going to give her the Sekai Tekai. They need to set her up as a sensei. Like they have teased it so they have had so many opportunities where they could have set that up. Like for real, since season 5. Like they set it up with her promise, with her saying to Anthony that she's gonna that she'll train him. Didn't do nothing. Nothing. Not we didn't get one scene with her training Anthony one-on-one. Not one. They had plenty of opportunities where they could show her actually being captain and being a mentor and leader to Devin or the team, where Robbie was just like flopping. But no, they put it all on Robbie. They acted like he was the only captain, and Miguel and with Miguel being the only one to give Robbie the push, the push to lead. They acted. Why didn't they just have one captain instead of two? Because that was just ridiculous. What was the whole point? What was the whole purpose of making Sam captain if you just weren't? If she was just going to follow and not lead? Like seriously.
Yeah, Miguel was
Sam was
more of a
made captain
captain
so she
than
could
Sam
lead,
was.
so she could lead the team with Robbie, but all she was doing was just following.
Yeah. Yeah, like Miguel was more of a captain than Sam was, if I'm being honest.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, they did a horrible job setting it up. But I'll be happy with whatever ending they give for all the characters. But I mean, they did a horrible job. They didn't set it up right. And I'll say that too. They did not set whatever the ending is for these characters. They did not set it up right the way that they should have. But I mean, like I said, I'll be happy with it. But as long as they end it with Robbie and Sam, these two, and I mean, and Miguel, and maybe possibly Thoery being senseis. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Thoery. I love everything that they've done with their character, but she's been given. I mean, even probably World, even you can't argue with this. Ever since seasons 4, it's been more her story.
Thoery's story.
Thoery's
Oh my God, that was
Thoery's
funny.
story.
Thoery's story. Yep,
Yeah,
Thoery's story.
That was funny.
But it's been more her. It's been more her than it is, and it's like Sam's been taking a back seat, and Sam and Sam and Miguel have both taken a back seat when it comes to Robbie and Tori's relationship too. So it's like there's no back seat in this part. No back seat, unless of course if it's for characters like, I mean, let's face it, they already pushed Hawk out of the way, so you might as well, like, after season 4, you already pushed Hawk pushed Hawk so badly off. You nerfed him. You made him like a freaking puppet, like a punching bag to a kid that's only had like less than a year of training.
Yeah.
And Dimitri too, and these characters, Sam, Robbie, and Miguel. I mean, Thoery too. But if you have to push her to the side a little bit to give Sam an opportunity to really act on her growth and development, for season 3 Sam to come back, then so be it. Let her have her shine in the tournament, but this be Sam's arc, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything against Thoery. I love Thoery. I really do. I love everything that they've done with her character. Like, what a turnaround since season 3. What a turnaround. I never thought that I would love her character as much as I do right now. But it people need to understand, yes, it's the core four, and yes, it should be equally balanced, because that's what the arcs need to be balanced, because that's what the show is all about. That, it sounds like to me the writers seem to have forgotten that, because it feels like everything's all over the place now, and the show feels so off balanced. That's why I say season 3 was the season where the show felt more balanced than ever at that point, because it felt like all of the important factors were getting put to the front, while the less important factors, like the love drama and all of the unnecessary Daniel and Johnny bickering over stupid things, was put to the back seat.
I thought that was done with in season 5, because when Daniel starts yelling at him, Johnny like does a mature thing. It's like, what are you doing, man? Like,
right.
Yeah.
So like right there and then there, I thought like the whole bicker thing would be done, but apparently not.
Right, exactly. And it's like,
I thought the shit was done, dude.
So that's why I said it just feels so off balance right now, because it feels like everything, all of the nonsense is being put ahead of everything, Yes, I get they're trying to make it exciting. They're trying to put a little drama in there, to make it, because, let's face it, part 1, like, there was no drama. Devin said it best, there's no drama. So it's like part 1 was just like what was like what was happening, what was happening, like it was good,
what are they supposed to
like
do?
there wasn't any. Yeah.
It's like, what are we supposed to do?
So I get drama is necessary, but not all the unnecessary, petty, stupid, immature, childish drama, like nonsense that they put, like the love drama and Johnny and Daniel going bickering back and forth like children. This and that, Dimitri going on and on about MIT, like, oh my God.
Shut the fuck up about MIT.
Yeah. Like, oh my God. I wanted Hawk to punch Dimitri's lights out at that point. Like, for real. Like, normally I wouldn't have condoned it, but for real.
It is.
Hey,
What's up, Brody?
Yeah, I can't be on too long, but what's up?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
So, part 3. Hey. So, part 3, I hope that they set Sam up as a sensei. I won't like the way that they set it up, but like they should have set it up a long time ago, season 5. But if they have her as a sensei, I'll be satisfied with that, because they got to give her and Robbie something. If they're not going to give them Sekai Tekai.
I think I recall one of the creators saying on Twitter that Sam's first birthday invitation was an error made by Daniel's mom, and that was actually Sam's second birthday. Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Miguel gets into Stanford. Do you think him and Sam will move in together after high school? I don't know about that, but we'll see.
I don't even think Miguel's going to Stanford. In all honesty,
if that's his biggest motivation to win the tournament, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't.
So stupid. That is ridiculous. He's lost my respect for that.
Jacob touched on it today. Like, you compare it to like his motivation in season 3 of just wanting to like get on his feet again. Like, it's not even close,
Would you not have just kept that same motivation?
Let me put it to you this way. I will still love Miguel, But if they have that as his prime motivation, even as a motivation at all, Stanford, he's lost my respect. Like,
Yeah.
I want him to go win that tournament because to fight for Robbie. You know, that's what I want his motivation to be. He does that, he'll have my respect all the way. But if any
Same here,
part,
Melissa.
Thanks exactly. Thanks, Underground. If any part of Stanford is in that motivation, he's lost my respect. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't even think Miguel's even going to go to Stanford. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna either he's gonna stay with Sam. I don't think Sam's going to college. I think she might travel the world, and Miguel might go with her.
Either that, or Miguel should stay with Johnny and take care of the baby.
Right.
The thing about that is I don't know how Miguel will make money though.
I mean, Sensei, because if Cobra Kai wins, they'll be able to expand all over the world.
Yeah, I know. I meant like them traveling the world though.
Well, here's the thing: like, if Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do go to other places around the world, they could do that. Like, they could be senseis. They could be both senseis of those dojos that are around the world, that are in different areas, or at least one area, like maybe Barcelona or Okinawa. They could have both the Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do dojo in those areas, and Sam and Miguel could decide to go there.
Sam should train Tori before she fights Zara in the finals. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool, and I want to see that. Like, I agree. I 100% agree. I think Sam should coach. I think Sam should coach Tori, and I think in the first two, at least the beginning episodes, like the first two episodes before the tournament. This is just my thoughts. I think Sam should be a friend / mentor to Axel. I know a lot of people find that hard to believe, but I think, like, you set something up between her and Axel, not romantic wise, but follow through with it this time. Set her up as a mentor, or like as a mentor friend or whatever, however you want to call it.
Yeah, that's probably.
And then what?
I was saying that's probably
what you say, Karate. I mean, they set it up, follow through with it, and I think what's going to happen is that either Zara is going to tell Wolf of his connection and bond with Sam, because I guarantee you his friendship with Sam is going to, at least in Wolf and Silver's eyes, is going to cause him to go weak in his training. And Zara's going to see that, and or Wolf will see it, and that's where both Silver and Wolf will beat Axel's mind so badly it'll force him to submit. Because don't forget, like, it'll turn him into the monster that Miguel has to beat. Because don't forget, Silver's an ex-war veteran, which means he knows tactics that can warp a person's mind and you guys see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he is an ex-war veteran, so he knows tactics that can warp a person's mind. And I wouldn't be surprised if he used any of those tactics to essentially erase his bond with Sam. That causes him to go.
What exactly would be the if they just erase that bond, then what really was the purpose of them creating one?
I think, like, for that moment, so that Axel becomes the monster that Miguel has to beat.
So Sam's arc is
Because
just making a monster.
no, Sam's arc will probably be like making like him not like not him not being a monster, him seeing that,
yeah,
seeing
but
that.
you said he would though. So
I said he would be a monster or the beast that Miguel has to beat in the tournament because of Wolf and Silver. Because
yeah, so
I
that's
think
why
building
that's why
that
I
is
was
going to
asking.
bring the more it's going to be the more human side. His friendship with Sam is going to bring the more human side of Axel out, and Wolf and Silver aren't going to like that. And
I know. I'm just.
I think when they find that out,
I feel like if Sam's arc is just showing the human side of a side
and
character, that's very disappointing.
I know,
Maybe if she like made him redeem
but
himself.
I mean,
But
hear me out on that,
if he
because
tries to make him a human side and it just doesn't work, then I don't know. I feel like there has to be more than that.
well, here it doesn't work because of Wolf and Silver, not because of Axel himself. Like, don't
I know.
forget, Silver's an
I'm
ex-war
not saying
veteran, so he
anything.
can
I'm not saying
erase.
anything
He can,
about Silver or Axel. I'm just saying more Sam's part. That's her arc is trying to help. Mentor this guy. Then he just turns evil because of Silver. Then it kind of just was a waste of time on Sam's part, or at least her arc. Because maybe not Axel.
well,
Maybe
not
that'd be
necessarily because what? What were we saying?
maybe not a bad arc for Axel, but if Sam's arc is trying to mentor a guy that leads nowhere, I mean, I just don't see that's a good way to end. End his.
Well, not necessarily, because this is where I'm going with this. Because you turn him into the beast that breaks Robbie's leg and that Miguel has to beat. But when you have this is where Miguel's coma kick comes in. He does that coma kick that allows him to get the win to Axel's left side, to Axel's head, and that in a way snaps him back to reality. Like that in a way kind of wakes him up. So
So her arc is
then
just making other. Her arc would just be making other people's arc.
I don't know. Like I said,
yeah, I just really don't think. When I think of part 3, I just really don't think we're discussing these really big characters that, especially someone like Sam, who her arc was nothing all season. And I don't blame you for this. I blame the creators, because there really is nothing you can do for her arc that would be compelling enough to end her character. But it's if her arc is just making other people's arc, then that's just a terrible way to end her character. And she needs to have her own individual thing. And there's really nothing you can do for her in part 3 to make her own individual thing unless it's forced. And so, but I definitely wouldn't want it to be that. I wouldn't want it to be her showing the human side of a character.
I mean, they've already shown that Axel has a lot of gray areas. Like, he's the very definition of, he's smack dab right in the middle, really gray. He's not good, he's not bad.
In my opinion, and I don't think Axel's a bad character. Obviously, don't know much about him. Maybe he would work if he was season 3, but in my opinion, season 6 or the last season, I really don't think it's that necessary to dive deep in side characters that we only know for 5 episodes when we have the importance of integrity and the importance of how you end and conclude a story and character. That's why I think, and look, they're probably going to do it because they already set the characters up to be something. But in my opinion, these side characters should have a much more minor role, and it should have you should not even set up these things, because now in part 3, you're gonna have to be fiddling around trying to make these side characters have these arcs and developments, when in the meantime that's taking away screen time of concluding not just a character in a season and the character in the show. Probably the last time we're gonna see these characters, unless they do a bunch of spinoffs, which I hope they don't. So, and if they use any of these characters, these new side characters, to make or to help characters like Sam or Robbie or Miguel or Tori, if they're using side characters to make them conclude their arc, that's going to be very disappointing. I hope it's its own individual thing, but Fortunately, the story just doesn't have a lot of nuance where you can have these compelling arcs of these characters, because all the compelling conclusions you could have done were in season 5 of Tori getting redeemed. You already did that. Sam finally, maturing and her, for love Miguel. You already did that. I mean, you can do it again, but what exactly was her arc from start to finish? She was just there in the dojo doing stuff. Season 5, she started off, the whole breakup thing, her finding herself, the LaRusso 2.0, all these things that she went through that ended with her after a fight with her boyfriend kissing, and that could have been the good. I would have liked that conclusion. I would like that for Miguel too. I think both of their arcs should end with them coming together. But now in season 6, if you do that again, it's really just going to be cliche, and it's not going to feel natural since you already did it last season. And also there has to be things in between it. They can't just like season 5. It felt so good because they were going with issues. Season 6, they don't have a lot of issues, so they end the arc of them like finding their balance and peace. I mean, okay, you guys kind of already had your balance and peace all season from what you happened last season. That's why I think it's just so frustrating. And I hate to be a hater, and I'm excited for everyone that is excited for part 3, but I just don't have a lot of hope for this. I really don't think there's too much you can do. Usually in these situations, I would say just trust the creators, but I've watched 10 episodes where they've kind of shattered that.
John did promise. John did. I asked him this question about whether or not Sam's going to get an arc, and he said that Sam's going to get a great arc in part 3.
Yeah, well, you also said this is the best season yet, so they really just say anything.
It depends. Hayden. Wait, what do you say?
No,
I'm saying. I don't think they've never talked negatively about one thing they've made or done, and they're not supposed to. That it's their show. You're not gonna start negatively talking about it, but with all due respect, that's kind of
like I said, if Hayden said this, I would question it. I would question it different. I would question it a lot. I'd be 50-50.
No, I'm not saying that as in like, oh, they always like kind of just say stuff that's not true. What I'm saying is that their honest opinion on this season, I kind of polar oppositely disagree. Like their opinion on about this being a great season, a great necessary season, great parts, great arcs, great act, like all this stuff that they say. Like I don't think they're. I mean, you really don't know if they actually believe that or if they're just saying that for promotion. Because obviously you're not going to trash the show or say you didn't like it as is you're promoting it as it's coming out. But if they truly do love season 6, well, then I just disagree with what they're doing. So if they're saying that it's going to be good in part 3, well, yeah, you said it's going to be good in part 1 and 2, and I did not enjoy it at all. So their opinion on what they're doing, I just disagree with. Now, if they do not actually believe it's good, and they're just saying stuff, well, then that's another reason for me not to believe. So, yeah, they probably are saying Sam's going to have a good arc, but is it really going to be good? Because I don't think there really can be an arc, because an arc in part 3 is not. The arc in part 3 really is it's like you're acting like part 3 is a season, like it's a part of a season. So you can't just have arcs just magically come out of nowhere in the last 5 episodes of a 15 episode series. An arc is a start to finish, middle, conclusion. So
here's the thing: she has. Wait, hold on, Karate. Yeah, sure.
So like when you
can go, Karate.
Yeah, because season 6 is a full season. So if she has no arc in the first 10 episodes, well, she didn't, where she just lollygagging around the whole season. You get the last 5 episodes, and she just magic doing a lot of great stuff. It's going to be rushed. It's not going to be natural, and it's going to be its own individual thing that did not start and finish right. It's going to be a thing that is kind of pulled out of nowhere. And arcs are not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be natural. I mean, it's still necessarily an arc, but it's not a good one. It's like if I want a pizza.
I agree.
I don't want a frozen pizza thrown in the microwave for 2 minutes and give it to me. I mean, it's not. I want it baked right. I want it in the oven, and I want, not from McDonald's. That's what I want. It has to be baked right. It has to have time to process. It can't just be thrown in the microwave for 30 seconds and then, stories just don't work that way. especially in TV shows. TV shows arcs are weighted for movie arcs. So it's going to be whatever they do. I'm sure it'll be something, and I hope it's at least interesting. But I think I'm 99% positive it's not going to be a satisfying conclusion to her character. It might be interesting. It might even be necessary. You could even say it could be good for individual, but her whole season 6 arc from what they did in episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 already tarnished whatever any they can do, no matter what they do. That's why whenever we talk about Sam, we're saying, oh, they got to give her something. No, it's too late. If they wanted to give her something, it would have been the first 10 episodes. Now we're just talking about like Hail Mary touchdown. It really just it's not there. It just wouldn't make sense. So that's why it's kind of just a tragedy the way they handled her character. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if she has a great arc in the last 5 episodes, we'll see what it is. But I'm just really frustrated with that because I was really proud of where Sam's character went in season 5, and I was really excited to see like a great conclusion of adding on to what she did in season 6. And at least they didn't go backwards, but they also didn't go forwards. And I'd rather have her just go backwards and put there and do nothing.
Here's the thing too. Here's also the thing too that people also need to remember. I mean, yeah, I agree. They did not set these up. They did not set a lot of the arcs up the way that they should have, and the way that it ends is not going to be like satisfying. I mean, I think it'll be a good ending for them, for all of them, but it just won't be an ending that was set up the way that it should have been set up. But you can't argue though too that Sam has shown a lot of, like, especially in part 1 and part 2, she has shown a lot of growth and development and maturity. So that is in a sense a step forward for her as a character.
Yeah.
Whereas, so I'm okay with them. I mean, like I said, they should have done a way better job of setting it up better, and it won't necessarily feel earned because they didn't set it up right. But if they have her be a sensei at the end of the show, I'll be happy with that. And and more than likely they'll just have her have this friendship with Axel, and like show a different, show a better side of him, and have Wolf, but at the same time have Wolf and Silver turn Axel into a beast in the tournament, and have Miguel beat him, and have Axel snap out of it when in the final episode, and have him switch over to the good guy side. I think Sam's going to bring more of the human side of Axel out, and I just think that Wolf and Silver will reprogram him in the tournament, that when they see that, and when Miguel wins, he sort of snaps Axel out of it. He abandons the Iron Dragons, and Wolf and Silver, etc. And I think that'll like maybe add to what what they set up for Sam at the end. Like,
yeah, I agree with all this. So I do agree this is what they're going to do. But if I'm being honest, I have like zero interest in any of that. Like I just do not care too much about these side characters that much.
No, I know. I mean, but like in a sense, Axel does. If they put it so that Axel adds to Sam's arc instead of her adding to his, I'm fine with it. I mean, I don't agree. Like I said, I don't agree with how they set it up, but I'll be satisfied with it as long as they give Sam something that's as good as the tournament. Sam and Robbie, too. Like if they have to push Tori aside a little bit for that to happen, and like I said, not a fan of how they set it up. Not a fan at all. But if they have to but since season 4, it's been more Tori's story since then.
Thoeries' story.
Tori's story.
Wow, that never gets old.
Then then it's
That never
been
gets old.
yeah. Then it's been, then it's been Sam and even Robbie and Miguel's. Like she's taken up most of the development out of the teens. And it's like now it's time to dial it back a little bit and give all 3 of these characters maybe not the arcs that they deserve, or maybe not the setup for the arcs that they deserve, but at least the arcs and the shine that they deserve, or at least the shine and the endings that they deserve by the end of the show. Because whether people like it or not, it started with these 3. It started with Sam, Robbie, and Miguel as for the teen side. So you got to do something. And I hope honestly that Tori gets a great ending too, but you have to balance. They haven't done, this show feels so off balance now. That's why I said season 3 was where the show felt the most balanced. Like that was its most balanced season. And season 5, you can add season 5 to that too. But not as balanced.
Season 3 was probably the most. I mean, 5 still had definitely pacing issues. I think season 1 and 3 are probably the most balanced.
Season 3 felt like it was the most balanced.
Yeah, and also just the best.
Yeah. So if we get season 3 Sam back in part 3, at least some of it, I'll be happy with that. We need season 3 Sam back in part 3. We need her back before the end of the show. Sorry, but we do. And if that means, like I said, not a fan of the setup, and they should have done a better job with it. But if that means pushing it, and like I said, I would prefer if they balance the arcs out with these 4 together. But if they have to push for it, what?
I don't think you'd be able to balance all 4 of them. At least all. Well,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. If they have to push Tori,
they would have to sacrifice quite a bit.
If they have to push Tori aside a little bit, since she's had the most shine and the most development since season 4, than the other characters, then so be it. As long as she gets a good ending or at least a happy ending, then so be it. Because whether fans like it or not, it's whether Tori fans like it or not, and I'm not including you because I know you're not like this world. It started because I know you'll agree with this. It started with these 3 teens since season 1. They've been there since season 1. So
I still think Tori. I mean, it's like a 1 season difference. I still feel like Tori should be.
I know she feels like she's been there. She's been there since the beginning. I totally agree with that. I agree with that.
I think she's been more impactful as a character than I would say Sam.
Yeah. I mean, and that's not fair. Like she's had, since season 4, it's been more Tori than it has been Sam. And it's like you're getting to part 3 now. You're getting to the end of the show, and Sam needs her shine too. She needs to be front and center. And if you have to push Tori's side a little bit to do that, then you're going to have to push Tori aside a little bit to do that. As long as both get their happy endings.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I definitely agree with you that I hate the fact that that is going to have to be the most likely inevitable outcome. But if I had to pick, I would rather see Sam and Robbie and Miguel than Tori and not one of those guys. So, even though it's unfortunate, it would have to be that way. And when I say like not in a good arc, I mean if they're gonna go all in on a Sam arc, Miguel arc, and Robbie arc to end this, I think Tori would be as little as she would have probably be like around the screen time and arcs that Hawks had the last 2 seasons. It would probably be just as bad as that, maybe worse, because you understand it's not just a teen show. I mean, you also have to include the ending of Daniel, of Johnny, of not necessarily Daniel because the thing, but and also just a story in general. You have to deal with like Taika, side characters you bring in, Terry Silver, John Kreese. There's so much. So if Tori is not going to be a big part of that story, and Sam is, it's not just going to be like not a huge arc. She's probably going to be as little as a background character where she's just in there for a couple lines. It's unfortunate, but it's either her or Sam or one of the teens because I just don't see a way unless these episodes are over an hour long, each of them, and they're probably going to be like 30, 40 minutes. So that's just how it's going to be. And if people disagree with me, I guess you just have to tell me how they would do that, how that would be pasting, right? You just have to explain it to me because I think about it and I've seen what they did. Even in the seasons I like season 4 and 5, they had terrible pasting. So now you get to this season and it's just it's rough. Because at least they could at least paste out the arcs right. It was more of when the arcs took place. Now they can't paste the arcs out right, mainly because you can have bad pasting for a good story and it can still be a good movie. But if you have bad pasting for a bad story or more of a non-existent story and not compelling arcs, well, that's where you get into just flat, plain, bad cinema, and that's unfortunately what Cobra Kai's turned into. At least for me, I know a lot of people still love it. That's good. Good. The show that people still love it and it's still getting cheered on. I definitely rather have people like it than this being a hated show, even though I just like it. But at least now, the new seasons. But it just really there's really not much you can do with how you end this. It's and in my opinion, and I hate to say this, but I think part 3, not even just for just hindsight, but also just like I don't want to say this, but also just some like the things I heard that's gonna happen, which are most likely going to happen, which I won't say, obviously, but I just think this might be the worst batch of episodes we'll get in Cobra Kai. I think it'll be worse than part 1 and probably worse than part 2. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is I don't think I'm necessarily going to love it, but I hope I at least enjoy it. At least I hope I have a good time. And what I want for the most
or maybe even like it. Maybe even like it.
Ourselves. I mean, from what I know, I just don't see how. I don't know how I would like it. I don't know what context could say from what I know that's going to happen. But all I do hope is that the last scene, the last maybe 2 minutes, I just hope that's good. That's what I really care about. The last moment, the last time we're going to see Cobra Kai for the first time in our life. That right there, I hope that's just good. Everything else, I just have not too much confidence in, and I kind of lost it because every time I went into part 1 and part 2 both trying to feel confident. Part 1 I had a lot of confidence, and then part 2 I was a little iffy, but I still had good confidence that we could get back on track. Both are kind of just heartbroken me that I just didn't like it. So that's why for part 3 I'm just kind of defeated.
World Underground, what do you think? Feel free to interject here.
Noah being Noah,
Yeah.
Matthew, you know it's your lie. You're able to talk anytime you want.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Oh,
I think he just enjoys listening to you.
It's funny, but I just hope the ending's good. But yeah,
me too.
I don't hate the season. I just don't think it's as good as the other seasons.
No, and that's the same, and that's how I feel the same. Like it's not as strong. Season 6 is like the weakest season compared to the other seasons as a whole.
Like I would say season 1's better. Like the writing's great, comedy is pretty good. Even the fight scenes in season 1 are pretty good still. Season 1 has some of the funniest scenes in the show. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're lucky you're not a sumo wrestler. Those guys have to wipe their senses' asses. Like,
Yeah,
like, that was hilarious.
I
That
know
was
that
funny.
was so funny.
He's like,
Before season
he's
6,
like, he's like,
yeah.
is he a student here? No, he's an illegal I picked up. He's just helping me set up.
Oh my god.
I know, right? That was so funny.
Uh,
Before season 6, I would have said season 2 was like the weakest season because I've had so much
I would
like
still say. I mean, it's in between me for 4 and 2. I'd probably say 4 slightly.
it's always
but
the even numbered seasons for some reason.
I know.
that's true. 2, 4, and 6, the 3 worst.
Yeah.
At least in my humble opinion.
But I would say season 6 for me as a whole when you're comparing it to the other seasons, it's got to be the weakest. I mean, and this is along with season 2 and season 4. It's just you gotta comparing it to the other seasons. It's just not that strong, which is a shame because it started off strong. We have a show as great as Cobra Kai. When it starts off so strong, you got to end it even stronger. And unfortunately,
I mean, yeah, but
they're
I would
not
say
gonna do
this, and
that.
I'll probably also say this as right before I head out. But no matter how good a movie or show is, or how long it lasts, it could last 1 season and 2 seasons. It'd be great. It could last 30 seasons. Everything needs to come to an end, and everything has a natural end point and a start point. Cobra Kai reaches natural end point in season 5. And by the way, the fact of this show, if you watch season 1, nobody would have thought this show would make 5 seasons. The fact it got to 5 seasons is crazy. And this show should not work in general, but the fact it gets to 5 seasons and they're all like a completely good story is phenomenal. It's defied all odds in how people create shows and movies, bringing back old characters. It defined it all. But everything comes to an end, especially things that are good. And you can know when to end it right. Those are the true winners of fan bases, the true winners of movies, and of reputation and everything else. And so many, you look at the greatest shows, I guarantee you go look at the greatest shows of all time, most of them have a great ending, and most of them have a great ending. Because the way you end it is probably one of the most important way to end it, because that's the conclusion. That's the point.
Yeah, it's more important than how you begin it. It's more important than how you begin it. That's what I'm saying.
So
that's what I'm saying. It's like when you have a show as great as Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's why
I was saying. It's like when you have a show as great as.
That's what it is. That's how. That's how it should have been. But I'll be out now. Sorry, I couldn't be on too long. But thanks for having me on.
That's okay.
No,
thanks for being on.
I will see you guys. I might be on next Wednesday. I'm not sure. And then me and Matthew will be on our Sportsville Friday. So, but yeah, thank you guys for.
Cool.
I almost said my outro. Thanks for. Okay. This
Don't you dare say your outro.
I'll say my outro.
Imagine how funny.
All right, but I'll see you guys later.
World, why don't you give karate a proper send off?
Okay.
Noah, just keep grabbing and twisting.
No, that's
No.
See, that's not the send off that I was talking about. I'm talking about his send off with the intro, with his famous intro.
Oh,
yeah, that would be the last time you see me in the live. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my God.
I dare you. He's not going to do
it. World, I think you got a challenge. I think you've been challenged.
He knows I carry his live, so he needs me to stay on, so he's not going to play it.
No, that's Evan's job.
He's dying on your lives.
All right, well, the best network was when Evan hijacked your channel and took over your stream.
Not even top 10 of my views, buddy. No one liked the network. Nobody loved it. It was the worst network.
I know.
All right, well, I'll catch you guys later.
All right, bye, Karate. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
I always enjoy hearing your thoughts.
But yeah, I hope everyone gets their happy ending in part 3.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. I'm
I
gonna
just might
catch up
be.
with the I'm gonna catch up with the chat, and then I'm gonna end off the
Yeah.
stream.
Okay.
If you want Sam to have, okay, no one cares, bro. It's 2025. Get a life. If you want Sam to have that sensei arc, then maybe she should train Tori throughout part 3, so she's ready to fight Zara. I like that. To me, the biggest issue with this season is that they shouldn't have had Tori rejoin Cobra Kai. Exactly. So many other options on the table. Balance isn't a social lesson of the show. It's an essential lesson. I am done with Dimitri's character completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one cares about Dimitri anymore. Frankly, I don't care if he gets back with Yasmin or not. Like, who cares? But that is going to be it for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Cobra Kai Karate if you haven't already. And subscribe to Underground down there. And check us out on Sportsville. We go live every Friday. And I will see you guys next week. Happy New Year and enjoy your weekend. Good night.
Oh wait, Matthew. You notice how I did a good job with I just let Noah keep talking and talking and talking or karate and just talking and talking. So it's like I try to get you to intervene a little bit because it is your stream, and I don't want you to feel like we're ever taking over your stream.
Yeah.
So that's why I should have asked Karate. I should have asked Karate this. So it's like, after last night, do you think I'm his top favorite mod? Considering I was helping banning people that were either Tony Stellars or Silver.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to ban that. I didn't mean to put that one guy, that one other guy that was a true fan in timeout. That was an accident.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake. I mean, I'm glad I was able to get back on.
That's why
as soon as I realized
things are so That's why these things are so frustrating.
I know. I tried to mix it. I tried to make it right. I tried to undo the timeout, but I don't know how to do that. Like they don't have doesn't seem like they have an option for that. They should have that as an option in case for mistakes like that.
They should.
But I'm gonna head out, so good night, everybody.
All right. Good night. Good night, Matthew. I'll see you on Instagram. Hopefully